We have all seen what has been happening in the Rift Valley since the beginning of this year. Just to remind you, it started in a very bad way because there was the so-called problem with the cattle rustlers in the Pokot area. And the problem got so serious that the KDF soldiers have been sent in there. And then you'll also remember the murder or assassination of two politicians in the Tieti area. Actually, an MCA and a political aspirant were gunned down in very mysterious circumstances. People walked in with AK-47s in a club, told everybody to lie down, and then when everybody was lying down, including the two people who were earmarked for assassination, they pumped several bullets into the two politicians who were lying on the ground with the others. They didn't harm anybody else, they didn't take anything, and then they just took off and disappeared into the night. Yeah, you'll remember that incident. And the situation in the Rift Valley has been very worrying to me already, because we all know what happened in 2007, and I have been a bit nervous because of information that I had received, very alarming information, which I could not share unless I had some backup. Yeah, I don't share information here until and unless I verify it, because I believe as a human being I have responsibility to the people who rely on me for information and who rely on the fact that my information is accurate, and I take that responsibility very, very seriously. Okay? I can still not share that information, it's highly sensitive, but I can give you pointers and I can share the information that I think is in the public domain, which you already know, and try and analyze it for you so that we all understand what's going on in the Rift Valley. Now, the really alarming situation is that the Rift Valley is positioning itself in exactly the same way it was in the 2007 prior to the outbreak of the clashes. Let me repeat that because it's very, very, very important. The situation in the Rift Valley right now is such that the cards on the table or the pieces on the chessboard are being organized in such a way that now, as we speak, they're in exactly the same position they were in post 2007-2008 clashes. Okay? Let me just remind you the situation then, so that it is clear to all of us and we're all on the same page. In the run-up to the 2007 election, we had Mwai Kibaki, the incumbent, who was defending his presidency, and he was being supported in the Rift Valley by retired President Daniel Arap Moi, who at the time was believed to be the king of the Kalenjin. He had the most sizable following in the region, and it was believed that whichever side he pointed the community to, they would more or less drift in that general direction. Now, at about the same time, we had Mrs. William Ruto, who is now the deputy president, and he was very busy in the Rift Valley trying to gather and get votes and turn the Kalenjin votes towards ODM and Raila Odinga, okay, which he succeeded in doing. What is not in the public domain, or what many people do not know, is that his chief right-hand man, yeah, in talking to the people in the grassroots, was one Isaac Ruto. Yes, the current governor of Bomet. Okay. Now, in fact, I don't know, it was in the newspapers, I don't know if you remember this, but when the fallout came between Deputy President William Ruto and Isaac Ruto early in the Jubilee administration, the comments you heard even in the media and even with people on the ground was they were saying that William Ruto now is finished as far as grassroots support is concerned, and as far as rallying grassroots support is concerned, he's going to have a very difficult time, because the person who was doing all that work for him was one Isaac Ruto, who they had fallen out with. Okay? Fast forward to 2017. We have the incumbent, President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is defending his presidency. He has Ruto on his side, and it is believed that Ruto is the kingmaker, is the king of the Kalenjin, and that is very influential in the Rift Valley, and that whatever side he points the community to, they will generally drift in that direction. Okay? Now, on the other side of the opposition now, after the developments of a few days ago, we have Isaac Ruto. Yeah? Same characters, They've just changed position slightly, but the key person here is one Isaac Ruto. Isaac Ruto is a mobilizer par excellence. Yeah, he's a very good mobilizer on the grassroots. It was his hard work that turned the Kalenjin nation to vote for ODM in 2007 almost to a man. Okay, now granted, on the other side we have DP William Ruto, who is also no walkover. Make no mistake about it, he is no walkover. So what should we expect? We should expect a battle for votes, a political battle of gigantic proportions in the Rift Valley. That is what is about to unfold. Okay, now what is my concern about? My concern is chiefly about the tactics which are going to be used. Okay, now in my club 1999, because that is too sensitive to discuss here, in my club 1999 I explain exactly what these tactics were. Some of these tactics are extremely dirty, yeah, but you know, as I've always said here, winning an election has no rules. Yeah, the only rule is win the election, and whatever you can get away with, you get away with. You try your best to get away with. You cover your tracks. You do not allow the media to know exactly what you're telling the people on the ground. You spread the word through your carefully chosen henchmen and watu wa mkono, and you get the word out. And normally the word out is to inspire people to vote for your opponent, and especially if you want to turn people towards your particular candidate, the right word, I'm very scared to use that word, and it's a bad word to use, but it is the truth on the ground. The right way to turn people on the ground who are already in one direction is to incite them. Yeah, that is politics all over the world. So now you can begin to understand why the situation in the Rift Valley is very worrying to me and should be very worrying to every Kenyan. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Kenyans, let's for a while put down our emotions. Let us for a while put down our favorite horse, and let us for a while consider what is before us without favor of any side, because even if your side wins, yeah, even if your side wins, what point is it for your side to win? And then what is left behind is chaos. What is left behind is the loss of innocent lives. What point is there in winning such an election? Now, I know not everybody will agree with me, but what I'm looking for is for informed people to come forward and challenge my position, because it has been very well researched. I have talked to people on the ground. I have a lot of information from 2007, and I know exactly what is, I believe I know exactly what is happening on the ground, and I believe I am right when I predict that there's a huge danger. I'm not saying it's going to happen. There's a huge danger of the same tactics of 2007 being used on the ground, and that will not be good for the nation of Kenya. Okay, so that is what I had to say today. It's highly sensitive. Now, of course, you can catch this even more sensitive information. I go into great detail in my Club 1999. By the way, nowadays to belong to Club 1999 is virtually free. Just go to the Kumekucha blog, kumekucha.blogspot.com. You'll get all the information, and you'll believe and agree with me that it's virtually free. Okay, so join and then be able to get all this very, very important information, so that we know the way forward. At least we know what is going to happen, so that we can all behave maturely. We can all take steps to preempt any problem or any recurrence of what happened in 2007. I have a very thick skin for criticism. I don't mind criticism, because this is more important than me. This issue is more important than my ego. This issue is much more important than me being right or trying to force myself to be seen to be right. What I'm interested in is peace. What I'm interested in is the well-being of our beloved nation of Kenya. Believe me when I tell you that. Okay, so I would welcome all comments. You are welcome to disagree with me, but please give me facts. Give me facts on the ground. Tell me why you disagree with me. Let's not have abusive comments. Those don't help anybody. Give me facts. Let's debate. Let's look at this issue. Yeah, and that will help all of us much better than trying to say, oh, you must be an ODM mole, or you must be a NASA mole, you must be a Jubilee mole. You know, that nonsense, please. Let's keep it out of here. Let's just behave like patriotic Kenyans who are for the good of our beloved nation of Kenya. By the way, when you take up the free offer to be a member of Club 1999, you will also get a very important book. It's called Let the Blood Flow. It is a book I did which covered extensively what happened in 2007. I'm sure there's a lot of things you're going to see there that you are not aware of. There are a lot of things which happened in 2007 that are still shrouded in mystery, and that book will be quite a revelation for you. It is actually a book you must have, okay, so that you understand, so that we all get sober and realize that politics and our favorite opponent, our favorite candidate, are not as important as innocent human lives, are not as important as peace. Okay, so just go over to the Kumekucha blog and do that. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to me. Please consider this issue very, very, very seriously, because it's a very serious issue, and I do not want to be alarmist, to be seen to be alarmist, or to be seen to be trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. No, I don't mind being proved wrong. In fact, I really wish sincerely in my heart that I was proved wrong. Okay, yeah, so that's it for now. Thank you very much. This is Chris Kumekucha.